Last leg, and I am headed down towards the reservoir. Last leg of my hike, and I am hot, stinky, sweaty, and tired. And where we are going to end up down at the reservoir is very pretty. It's kind of like the frosting on the cake, so worth it, definitely. And thanks for coming along on my hike. And if you guys have forgotten, we had this conversation. I wanted to prove you wrong. I told you someday, indeed, that plaid and camo worn together would again someday be a fashion standard. Proved it. If you want to know your gods, you must visit their house. For if you don't visit your God's house, your gods won't know your name. Welcome to the easy trails of Pennsylvania. As usual in this part of the Appalachians, what you're looking at in there is thousands and thousands and thousands of rhododendrons as far as the eye can see. And come this fall, that is going to be beautiful and full of color. It's going to be amazing. There's rhodos everywhere here, as a lot of parts of the southern AT here in Pennsylvania. Rhodos, rhodos, rhodos. I can't wait for those to light up in color. It's going to be so amazing. This should give me some nice little bit of relief because I am just burning up. And the home stretch down here at Long Pine Reservoir. Saving the best for last. I knew that this little stretch, this last little stretch of my hike would absolutely be the best. So I saw some really cool, awesome things. And so to top off this little hike, I'm here along the reservoir, and we will get a chance to go down by the water. I'd say it was worth it. Butterflies everywhere, nice cool breeze off the water, and this is the last leg of my hike after I make it around that bend there on the right. Just met Zit and Max on the trail, and he was one interesting, well-spoken character, and we always meet the most interesting people on the trail. So Zit, if you ever find this video, it was a pleasure chatting with you. Oh, butterflies. Not a bad last leg of my trip. Now we head up to the road to meet His Eminence, the glorious Professor Seamus Haney. Bear! Bear! Bear!
Take a chunk out of your hiney last night?
No. Yeah, and that's one of the things I wanted to touch on this ride home was, you know, it takes a day or two to get acclimated to, you know, sleeping on a thin thermarest pad. And so I was a little beat up this morning, and I was tossing and turning, but I knew the second and third night that I would sleep okay. And as a matter of fact, just now, this last 5 miles, I was getting my trail legs back. I could feel it. I could feel my legs like bulging and muscling up, you know. So after the first day or two, you start to get your trail legs back. It's not so hard. But one of the other issues was my purification tablets for my water. I could tell that they were bad.
Did you have to get water?
Yeah, I'm out of water that I am comfortable drinking, which is another reason that I just decided to finish my entire hike now instead of camping up on Rocky Knob for another night.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. The rhododendrons and the rocks and everything. It's gorgeous up there.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of like, I am completely dehydrated. My shirts are completely soaked with sweat through and through. I wasn't going to make it through the night with sketchy water, with tablets that I'm not really comfortable using. But today I think I did 5.5, 6 miles, and I took a break, and then I think I did at least another 5 miles or more. I mean, I'll calculate it later, but for me, with my conditions and the lack of exercise that I've had for the last year and a half, that's pretty good. Looking forward to a bathtub full of ice. And
So was it very rocky or not very rocky?
yeah, it's what we're used to. I mean, even through there, when I was coming around the reservoir, there was patches of rocks that were just wanting to murder my boots. So I need to get hydrated. Maybe a reward for myself, a Scooby snack and a pizza. So upside, downsides, those were some of the downsides. Were my water, there was no water source up on top of that mountain, so you need to, and that's it. And there's no springs up there, so you have to plan your water out, your meals, and how much water you need for how long you're going to be up there. But then by this afternoon, I was sweating and I was hot and I was tired and I was drinking my water. I was really drinking my water. And I knew I wasn't going to have enough water for dinner tonight, breakfast tomorrow. And so that was some of the downsides. The upsides was it was an absolutely beautiful and amazing hiking trip. And upside, I took some great photos, and I took, I think, a lot of great footage that I hope folks will enjoy. And upside is that my mission is accomplished. I'm never a quitter. I don't quit anything. But what I accomplished was I showed myself that I could hike a appreciable amount of the Appalachian Trail given my medical conditions. And what I really wanted to prove to myself was that I could participate in something like Finish MS, some kind of charitable athletic program. And I did it. And I mean, I'm so out of shape and I haven't done anything for over a year. So thanks for tuning in. Told you I'd make you famous.